begins its final dive, the sail dipping under the surface. The submarine's lights illuminate the dark depths of the ocean.
The USS Thresher disappears into the deep blue abyss, looking brand new.
A massive heavy-lift cargo aircraft hovers above, winching the submarine upward. Schools of small silverfish dart through the open gaps of the rusted outer hull.
A robotic submersible arm attaches a heavy-duty titanium hook to the sub's nose.
Several thick steel cables are tightened around the midsection of the vessel. A massive heavy-lift cargo aircraft hovers above, winching the submarine upward.
I'm seeing some fatigue right here on the weld.
Copy that. Let's get a closer reading.
A young adult Caucasian female worker uses a high-pressure water jet to blast away decades of ocean grime.
The water jet clears a patch of the hull, revealing the original black paint underneath.
Sparkly clean patches of steel begin to appear across the bow.
Technicians open the main hatch with a heavy hydraulic pry tool.
A worker enters the dark interior with a headlamp, revealing old control panels.
The old reactor shielding plates are carefully lifted out by a ceiling crane.
Wire brushes are used to clean the copper contacts of the internal wiring.
Bright blue sparks fly as the weld seals the external hull.
The submarine's propeller is removed and placed on a wooden workbench. The propeller is reattached to the stern with a massive torque wrench. New rubber seals are installed around the circular torpedo tube doors. An air hose blows dust out of the refurbished sonar dome.
The submarine's entire exterior is now clean, showing gray primer paint.
New LED lighting is installed along the interior corridors.
Modern digital displays are fitted into the old analog console frames.
The main propulsion motor is lowered back into the engine room.
A worker tightens the fuel lines with a silver wrench. A technician applies a layer of anti-fouling wax to the lower hull.
The periscope is greased and tested, sliding up and down smoothly. A worker installs a new high-definition sonar array in the nose. The internal air filtration system is switched on for the first time.
Set the primary input to 200 Hertz.
Reading stable. Data logged.
The torpedo tubes are greased and the hatches are slammed shut.
The scaffolding is slowly dismantled around the restored vessel. A large crane begins to lift the submarine off its cradle.
The submarine is transported on a multi-wheel heavy loader toward the water.
The dock begins to submerge as the submarine is lowered into the bay. The dock begins to submerge as the submarine is lowered into the bay.
The USS Thresher floats perfectly on its own in the harbor.
The diesel generators are started, emitting a puff of smoke.
The main hatch is sealed tight for a dive test.
The ballast tanks are vented, and water sprays out.
The submarine begins to submerge, its black hull disappearing under the waves.
Inside the control room, the red dive lights begin to glow.
The crew bunks are fitted with new navy blue mattresses. The submarine's rudder moves left and right during a systems check.
A worker paints a red danger stripe near the reactor compartment.
The submarine's anchor is tested, dropping into the water.
The anchor is winched back up, dripping with seawater.
A worker installs a new brass clock in the captain's quarters.
The submarine's outer hull is inspected by a diver for leaks.
The internal communication system is tested with a loud beep.
The hull is buffed one last time to a mirror-like black finish. The submarine's computer system displays a "System Ready" message.
The submarine's water desalination system is activated.
A worker applies a protective coating to the periscope glass. Technicians check the radiation shielding with a Geiger counter.
The submarine's backup batteries are connected and tested.
The submarine's air conditioning vents are cleared of debris. The submarine's interior is vacuumed and wiped down.
A final check of the emergency escape trunk is performed.
The submarine begins its final dive, the sail dipping under the surface. The submarine's lights illuminate the dark depths of the ocean.
The USS Thresher disappears into the deep blue abyss, looking brand new.